Alright, for those of you who have been playing Great Axe, or have been playing New World at least since launch, cast your mind back to when Great Axe was an absolute beast at hunting down ranged. And one of the reasons, well, the main reason is because it had a 30% speed buff when it was like facing a player. Obviously, a lot of people complained about it, and then it got a nerf. So, with the bow buffs of 10% haste, and the Great Axe had the 30% speed buff, there was basically a 20% difference in movement speed, so it could chase everything down. Now, obviously, when you're attacking a ranged player, they can be erratic in their movements and change directions, so it can throw you off, but that 20% difference in speed was definitely enough for the Great Axe to just make the adjustment and then just still close in on you. Now, the question I'm wondering is, with the next patch, has that Great Axe Beast returned? Because with the as we all know, in OPRs, it's 90% bows. You know, there's the occasional mage, but it's pretty much bows. And I think that is one of the reasons is because they're so hard to fight. They're so hard to catch. You try to chase them down, they just run away. And the main reason for that is because one of their skills, I can't remember the name of it, but every time you dodge, you get like a 10% speed buff. So that's like, you know, and as a bow person, you're going to be dodging a lot. So it's basically perma haste, like, let's face it. So in the next patch, they're nerfing that, so you'll only get haste if I think if your stam's full, your health's full. I can't remember which one. And so my question is then, if they're taking away the haste from the bow, does that then bring back the Great Axe as a powerhouse at chasing these people down? If you've ever had Zephyr Cakes in OPR, you'll know what a huge difference even 5% movement speed makes. So 10% reduction in haste for the bow is a massive nerf. Absolutely massive. Now, currently, the Bloodlust gives the Great Axe a 20% movement speed when facing a player. And so now all of a sudden we're back to that differential of 20%, where the Great Axe is an increase in 20% movement speed over the bow. So as you can see here, I'm running around chasing after Leos, and who's my duo partner a lot of the times, and I got him to put on the bow, and I just tried to chase after him. And so on the bow, when I tried to chase after him, he was able to kite me quite well, because even though I was gaining on him, it took me like a little bit longer to catch him, and it was enough time for his cooldowns to come off and for him to pop off like some of his CDs. We're not really seriously dueling here, we're just running around to see how well I can stay on him. And so you can see with the bow, I can get on him, but yeah, wait until you see it without the speed buff. I think the key difference is with the bow, is when I go to do an attack, like I try to get a gravel on him here, he can just dodge, and then he really gaps it, because then he gets that haste, right? And so that's how he can create quite a bit of distance. If he's not dodging, you can see that I'm definitely gaining on him, and I get my attacks, but when he dodges, he pulls away from me quite, you know, he can kind of create a gap, especially if he's changed direction and stuff. Still staying on him quite good though, but let's now look at when he plays on his life staff with no haste, and see how well I stay on him then. Alright, so he's just got his life staff on here. Like I said, we're not trying to kill each other. We're just look at that. I'm pretty much breathing down his neck. And when he does do the little change in direction, look how quickly I get back on him. Like, there's no escaping.
There's no outrunning me.
Yeah, so that's a huge difference. And this is what bows are going to have to deal with now. Now, obviously, they have things like rapier, and they're going to have like a little bit more stamina, and they can dodge. But you can see, like, look how much, like, easier I'm getting on him. So yeah, it's going to make bows have to survive on things like using their rapier skills and dodging and actually staying in the fight, but there ain't no running away. See, now here I do the reap on him, and I'm just able to gain on him so quick. He wasn't, see, remember with the bow that he had dodged, and he was able to sort of create a little bit of a gap, because I have to stop to get the Great Axe, and then he dodges, so then he gets basically an increase in speed, and I'm stationary, and so that little increase in speed he got from the bow dodge made him create quite a big gap. But here I'm just able to throw my skill up and then just gain on him so quickly. Look at that. Okay, so now what if I put on Reap, which is what great axes used to use. Alright, so this is me. I've put Reap on just to show if I can just keep pulling him in. So give him a little bit of distance. Look at that, closing the distance. You can just see. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, so I think bows are going to have a bit more of a fight. So the question I want to ask is, yeah, has that beast great axe returned? Like, are bow people, if you've got Reap and Bloodlust on great axe, are you just going to go around absolutely smashing at range now? Just food for thought, everyone. Just food for thought. Thanks everyone for watching. I will see you again soon.